So I'm really making this video so I can test out this new microphone that I bought. Hopefully it works out well for me. Um, but I did finish a book yesterday. It was called Off Limits Roommates by Rebel Bloom. But let me tell y'all what. First of all, spicy. So spicy. But secondly, that book was so funny. Like the way I was cackling at how funny it was. I, like honestly, the best part of the book was the humor because it was just and everyone was so funny. Like the chemistry with the characters was so good, and so good that they could laugh about the stuff that was going on. So we love that. But so Off Limits Roommates is about a girl named Ella, and she moves from wherever school Penn State is. Is that in Pennsylvania? That's gonna sound stupid. It might not be in Pennsylvania. I don't know. But she moves from Penn State to Florida. Uh, Florida University. I don't know wherever the crocodiles are. She moves there for her boyfriend, and she shows up a day early. And she comes to find her boyfriend having a meal with on someone else. Just saying. So anyway, so she catches him, she leaves or whatever. She ends up staying at this sketchy motel, and then all these other funny things happen. But then her mom's like, "Well, why don't you call Vaughn, your ex stepbrother?" Because Vaughn goes to the same school. Well, let me tell y'all what. As soon as she said that, I said, "Ooh, shenanigans." So anyway, so Ella calls Vaughn. She's like, "Yo, I need a place to stay." And he's like, "All right, you can stay at my house as long as you clean up after me and my roommates because they're on the football team and they're gross apparently." So she moves in with him, and he's got these two roommates, Booth and Fisher, and apparently they are super hot, and they are instantly in love with Ella, obviously. So this is the reverse harem, in case you're wondering. So it's a reverse harem with Ella and these three dudes, and she so she moves in, she's cleaning, blah blah blah, whatever. Then she ends up sleeping with one of the roommates. And then she ends up sleeping with the other one like literally the next day. And I was like, "You go, girl." Period. And then her and her ex stepbrother are having like all of this tension between them, because like they want to fuck each other. And so they eventually do the deed in the library. Nasty. Um, but so then all these other things happen, and Vaughn, she ends up hurting Vaughn's feelings, and so then Vaughn was like, "Oh, my feelings are hurt, so I'm gonna hurt everyone else's feelings." And then he turned the other guys against her, and then turned the whole school against her basically because they found out that she likes her brother. Um, so which is not funny because they were these people were really really bullying her or whatever, and her mom is one of the funniest people on the I love her. I love her mother. April, you're the best. You were the best. One of the best characters. Everyone was so funny. Um so Ella is getting bullied at school, and then the reason that the guys are mad at her is because she hurt Vaughn's feelings, and so Vaughn was like, "Oh well, now I gotta hurt these other guys' feelings," because he's like, "Oh, so you're gonna be with them, but you're not gonna be with me? That's crazy. And then I have to live in the same house with y'all while you're doing this with both of them and not me? That's crazy." So bruh, when the dudes found out, one of them literally punched him in the face, and I was like, "As you should," because me too. Honestly, I absolutely would have punched Vaughn in the face also. So then she moves out or whatever, and she doesn't obviously she doesn't tell them where she moved to or whatever. And then on Thanksgiving, they have this really big grand gesture planned. They win the championship football game, and they all are so sad because they're like, "Our girl's not here. We love her so much. Blah blah blah, whatever." So they literally drive to her mom's. They rope Vaughn's dad into driving to Ella's mom's house on Thanksgiving, and they do a fucking they drive to her house and they start doing like a say anything moment, like standing outside the house with like the boombox or whatever. If you've never seen Say Anything, go watch it. It's really good. It's a John Hughes movie. It's from the 80s. So good. But they were all three of them are standing outside of this girl's house in the middle of the night before Thanksgiving, and singing Lover by Taylor Swift in the middle of the night in a suburban neighborhood. So they all make up or whatever, blah 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 blah. Everything's great. And then they move back in and they have their happily ever after, right? Like it was honestly, like, it was really good because honestly I didn't know how anybody was gonna like Vaughn, especially. Like, I was like, Vaughn, how are you finna redeem yourself, bro? Because like you literally are like the worst at this point in time. Like, he was already so mean to her, but that's just because he was in love with her, as we know. But like then he like turned to the dudes against her, which ended up turning the whole school against her because one of the dudes like basically called her a cheater in front of like the whole school. And it was like, I was like, bro, how are y'all gonna redeem yourselves? Because this is crazy. Literally, how are y'all gonna do this? So their little grand gesture, like, it really got me. Was I laughing the whole time? Absolutely, because it was just so funny. Like, these three macho freaking football dudes standing outside this girl's door singing "Lover" by Taylor Swift in the middle of the night. Um. So anyway, I would absolutely give that book 5 stars. Um, it was so good. It was so funny and really like I'm really giving it 5 stars because it was so funny. Like, I mean, the plot was good. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, the plot was very, very good. I enjoyed it a lot. Um, but the plot was really good. The spice, very good. And then when they all finally like got a chance to like, you know, psh, girl, your girl needed a minute to herself. Okay. Um, but anyway, if you haven't read it, Rebel Bloom apparently writes a bunch of like reverse harem books. So I'm probably gonna be reading some of those. I'm gonna see if I can get her on my podcast because honestly, like, I effed with it real hard. The spice was good, the story was good, the characters were hilarious, um, and super sweet. Also, like, the boys were so sweet. Like, it was a really good book. I'd give it 5 stars. 5 stars for like plot and funny and sweetness, and then like I'd say like 4.5, 4.5 on spice level. Um, but anyway, that's if you haven't read it, if you haven't read any books by Rebel Bloom, and you like reverse harems, I would read that. That's a good one. So it's called Off Limit Roommates by Rebel Bloom. And if you haven't read it, go read it. And I'm gonna go rewatch this video and see if my microphone turned out great. So, all right, guys, love you. Bye.